Welcome inside Churubusco, everyone. We'll have the game coming up in just a little bit. We want to take you to the activities on the floor right now, as it is the annual Pink Out game here at Churubusco for breast cancer awareness. And funds raised from tonight's games will go right back to the American Cancer Society. So we would like to bring you in on what's going down on the floors there, welcoming survivors to the floor for recognition. And for that, we will join the PA once things continue to get live.
Courage and perseverance as we continue to stand together in a fight to defeat this disease.
As you can see, 3 survivors on the floor presently. As you can see, 3 survivors making the lap. And with good reason. And as the teams will go and take a team photo, or double team photo, we should say, with West Noble and Churubusco.
Teaming up, we do. Kayla Crawford, Senior Development Manager of the North Region of the American Cancer Society.
Let's go to Kayla Crawford.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for having me and for putting this event on and everything you're doing in the fight to end breast cancer as we know it for everyone. Coming up on October 25th, we have our Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk, where you can celebrate courage and hope for breast cancer survivors, thrivers, so anyone going through breast cancer, and then caregivers. So it's going to be a great celebration. It's at Parkview Field from 8:30 to 12:30 p.m. We'd love to see everyone out there honoring our survivors, having a great time, supporting research and our programs and services like 24/7 Helpline, Cancer.org, website, Rotary Recovery, and our Hope Lodges, and a couple other ones as well. But that's what we do for survivors and cancer patients. So thank you so much.
And so, just like that, we will have Churubusco taking on West Noble coming up in just a little bit as the teams will get ready to warm up here at the home of the Eagles. And an all-important matchup tonight for West Noble. We'll explain why coming up in just a moment. Also, all just as important for Churubusco here in Turtletown tonight, here on the annual Pink Out game. Can West Noble continue the run of momentum, or will it be the Eagles that find a way to surge? We will join you coming up in, let's say, roughly 12 minutes from now, as they just started the clock for the warm-ups here. So you will be looking at approximately a 7:20, really closer to 7:25 start time here tonight. So we'll update that as such. 7:25 will be your approximate first serve here this evening from Turtletown. But a great matchup in store tonight as the Mustangs take on the Eagles. Will happen for you coming up on Summit City Sports.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cup Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, and that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
I got a whole lot of everything, and I come from study. And now the whole world gon' know my name, and I used to have nothing. But now I got a whole lot of everything, that's why I come from study. When I'm gone, the whole world gon' know my name. 12 years old, caught up in that street life. I was trying to sound harder than the street light. Ran the streets sometimes.
It's another great evening for volleyball here in the 260, as tonight it's the Churubusco Eagles playing host to the West Noble Chargers. We'll talk more about West Noble coming up in just a moment, but they may be one of the best teams you may or may not know about in the 260. And tonight's game on Summit City Sports is brought to you by the following, including the Big Eyed Fish. You can enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment only at the Big Eyed Fish. By Tom Steele Tire, 2 locations, best to serve you, off North Clinton and West Jefferson. Tom Steele Tire, servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. By Ottmuller Contracting, from bid to build, Ottmuller Contracting has you covered. Visit OttmullerContracting.com. By Summit Volleyball, training and building the highest quality volleyball players from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board together. We can reach the summit. By Jolly Law Firm, the area's premier criminal defense firm. Whether you're facing an OWI or any other criminal accusation, Jolly Law Firm is the best defense. By Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, quality work, responsive service, and a commitment to people. That's what they're all about, the leaders in janitorial, water damage, and restoration. Give them a call or visit online at siokas.com. Online degree programs in the University of St. Francis designed for your flexibility and your convenience, as many programs can be completed in as little as 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu today for more information. By the leaders in design, build, mechanical, and refrigeration, TJW Industrial. Visit them online at tjwindustrial.com. By the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with the district councils and affiliated local unions that help build Indiana, we are LIUNA. You can earn your edge this season thanks to Parkview Sports Medicine's Edge Training Program. It maximizes your athleticism. Visit online for a free consultation today at parkviewsportsmedicine.com/edge. And, of course, brought to you by the fine folks here at Summit City Sports. Be sure to follow us on X at 260sports, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Well, a pleasant good evening to you wherever you may be. Why do we say that West Noble is one of the best teams that you may not have heard of? Quite simply, as what we have learned tonight, this is the first time that West Noble has made an appearance on our airwaves, and with good reason, too. A team that is 22-2 on the season. They have a half-game advantage in the NECC over defending Class 3 runner-up in Angola, and with a win tonight, could put them in pole position of clinching the NECC. Of course, they have one more conference game next week at Prairie Heights, but if something were to happen at Angola, possibility they could clinch the conference here tonight. And they have a lot of great dominant scorers up front, led by the sophomore outside hitter, Elise Mead, averaging 5.6 kills per set and .287 in hitting percentage. Izzy Beers and Reagan Each continuing to contribute as well, coming in at 1.9 kills per set and 1.96 respectively. So again, a lot to look forward to if you are indeed this West Noble Charger team, a team that's looking to try to make a deep run in the playoffs, and especially in Class 3, where, again, it's going to be a tough out with some of the tougher sectionals that we have coming up for you in 2025-26, which, hard to believe, we are less than 2 weeks away from at least that opening round coming up in, well, really, depending on which sectionals you look at down the road. And West Noble is going to be in that Wabawasi sectional, so should they win their sectional and take care of business in regionals, it's a good chance they could be facing off against some of the other Fort Wayne area schools, whether it be the winner of Sectional 21, which could be Angola, could be Bishop Dwenger, could be Concordia Lutheran, could be East Noble, or the winner of Sectional 23, which could be Heritage or Norwell potentially running the tables in that one. Meanwhile, for the Churubusco Eagles, they come in tonight 7-16, 3-4 in conference play, but a team that has had long success in volleyball previously, but now trying to rebuild under longtime coach Mari Hilsenbeck, as it's going to be led by Kelsey Coyle tonight, 3.8 kills per set. Michaela Reuter, 2.2 kills per set, not too far behind. And Lindsay Nicodemus at 1.6 kills. Van Leben, a star sophomore middle blocker, coming in 28 total blocks behind Reuter with 39. And Coyle again leading in digs per set, 2.9 per digs per set on the season. Reuter with 51 aces on the season, and Coyle. So you'll see Coyle and Reuter continuing to really try to find a way to dominate the front line for Coach Hilsenbeck and company. Meanwhile, for Coach Allison Mead and company, as we did mention, Elise Mead and Izzy Beers continuing to provide the charge up front as you hear the emergency alert system. And it's just a song to hype people up, not actually an EAS warning. So that is good to know. That is good to know. But nonetheless, it is good to know that Churubusco would love nothing more than to play spoiler here tonight against a West Noble team that certainly has something special riding on their side in Class 3 and could potentially make another deep run into postseason play. But to do that, you got to get the wins where they count, and also, too, an opportunity to potentially push forward in the NECC standings, potentially even wrapping it up depending on how the schedule works out here this evening. So again, East Noble comes in 8-0 in NECC play, Angola at 8-1. So they have the half-game advantage, so not clinched officially as of yet. They would have to wait until the win against Prairie Heights to officially claim championship next week, should they beat Prairie Heights, of course. However, it's a strange sport. Anything can happen. And tonight here in Turtletown, upsets are on the minds of the Eagles, continuing to charge the ways forward for West Noble. We'll step aside, get you ready for the opening serve and starting rotations in just a moment. This is Indiana High School Girls Volleyball on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260s dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cup Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
I got a whole lot of everything and I come from study. And now the whole world gon' know my name. And I used to have nothing, but now I got a whole lot of everything. That's why I come from study. When I'm gone, the whole world gon' know my name. 12 years old, caught up in that street life. I was trying to shine harder than the street light. Ran the streets sometimes.
And we're just getting underway here at Churubusco as the lineup's being introduced. A jersey change we note already. Instead of number 8, it's going to be number 22, Amira Wilson. Going to be in the libero. She normally wears number 8, but will be number 22 tonight. Lineups also look like this for the Eagles. Number 5, Kelsey Coyle. Number 9 in Jalen Rossworm. Alyssa Marks wearing number 17. Number 10, Adriana Alford. Number 12 in Ava Libering. And number 23 in Lindsay Nicodemus. And meanwhile, for the West Noble Chargers, lineup looks a little bit like this. Number 4, Abby Siegel. Number 5, Elise Mead. Number 10, Izzy Beers. Number 11, Lily Stout. So the lineups, again, continuing to settle in form. We should say number 14, Reagan Each going to be in. Number 9, Ella Emmerich. Number 8, Ava DeLong. Rounding out the rotation for Coach Allison Mead and the West Noble Chargers. Again, first time that we've had the Chargers here on our airwaves. And again, a West Noble team that has really done everything that you could ask for a team that's trying to make a deep run into postseason play. You're 21-2. You have some really key victories on the schedule as it stands right now, including wins over Fishers, winning that one 2-0. 2-1 rather. Angola winning that in the Classic 2-1. Sweeping Angola earlier in the season. Sweeping a very good Garrett team earlier in the season. Lakeland, Northridge. Again, a lot of great teams that, and winning over Heritage again, mind you, too, in 2 sets to begin the season back on the 23rd. A lot for this West Noble team that really you can ask for so much, and they have answered the call in more ways than one. And again, they do come into this one at 21-2. But the 2 losses on the season were teams in Classics, one of which to Warsaw, who is a very good Class 4 team as well, losing that one 2-1 last Saturday. And then to Northridge. But they found a way to avenge that loss to Northridge earlier on in 2025. So we're just getting underway. Glad you're with us here tonight on an all-important Thursday evening in the NECC. This one swung across back row. They get it back over to Coyle. Now another swing across. Finds Rossworm. Tipped off the hands of Izzy Beers. And on the board for the Eagles to get this one started. And again, tonight being the pink out night here at Churubusco. Acknowledging those who have beat breast cancer, who are continuing the fight and supporting the fight against breast cancer. So we'll see a lot of pink here in the building. Not as much gold and black as what you've been accustomed to seeing at Busco, but again, all for a good cause this evening. Great swing and dig across in time coming in for the number 10, Izzy Beers, to force a little bit of a ping pong back row situation to make it now even at 1 apiece. So now we see number 3, Addison Burns, returning to the back of the lineup. And again, we will be at a static point this evening. Again, just you and I here, no camera, so bear with us. We'll try to give you the best angles as we can as the swing goes wide off the hands of the Eagles to make it 2-1, an advantage of West Noble. Another push across from Burns. They get this one across. Finds Marks. Now another swing. This one goes out of play. So 2 quick side outs gets the Chargers on the board, 3-1. As we see again, Burns ready to bring it across. Burns goes back row, connects back over to Marks. Marks again on the lift. Try to go again for the reset. Goes for Mead. They're saying out. Mead says not today. As Mead able to get the deflection in time. And just like that, the Chargers on a quick 4-0 run to start set number 1. And back again to serve to our right is Burns continuing. Tip over, but out of play. Side out going to go against Nicodemus. And it's a 5-1 run, 5-0 run in advantage of West Noble. Really get this one started. Here's Addison Burns now. Burns skates it across, but not going to be enough. And an ace on the board quickly for Burns, and it's 6-1 in advantage of West Noble as Churubusco will stop to take a timeout. Meanwhile, we take a look at the Busco leaders again. Kelsey Coyle leading the way, 3.8 kills per set. Michaela Reuter with 39 total blocks. But taking a look at the schedule, they're currently, again, 3-4 in NECC play, 7th place as it stands. But have done a great job of at least trying to contain some major opponents on the schedule. But, again, this is a Churubusco team that just was fresh off a sectional 2 seasons ago, trying to rebuild under longtime head coach Mari Hulsenbeck. So we'll look to see if the Eagles could play a little bit of spoiler alert here tonight, but so far it stands for West Noble as they get a quick 6-0 run to start this match here in Turtletown. Of course, Churubusco has dealt a couple of injuries on the floor this season. Churubusco, beg your pardon, has dealt with several injuries on the floor this season. Here's a swing across, going from the hands of Coyle. Now another chance. This one lifted high, saved in the meantime from Burns. Now another swing across, tipped, gets over to Nicodemus. They're going to have to tip it over, and Siegel gets it over in time. Back row they go. Reset upcoming. Brought across now from Rossworm. Now another swing across. This one commanding from Mead, but saved in the back row from Wilson. But Wilson not getting enough. And it's 7-1 advantage of West Noble. And so after the first Churubusco point, the Chargers have rattled off 7 in a row. Swing across again, opposite side. They get back over to Nicodemus. Nicodemus sails it out of play, 8-1. So a quick 8-1 start for Coach Allison Mead and company, and a team that only has 2 seniors on the squad as it stands right now. Only one of them starting in Abby Siegel, the other one, number 2, Beverly Viciano. Another swing, nice dig in the back row from Wilson. Lob this one across. Chance again, blocked up front. Lindsay Nicodemus stops the 8-0 run and a big commanding block up front to give the Eagles a chance to go on a quick run of their own. 8-2 advantage of West Noble in case you're just joining us. This one swung across, tipped back in Busco territory. Sails now to Nicodemus. Gets it across down to Mead. Mead able to get the deflection. Again, Mead has been the point killer on the board in the best sort of way if you are West Noble, averaging 5.6 kills coming into tonight's match. 5.6 kills a game, we should say, coming into tonight's match. Swing across, save, not going to matter. As Kelsey Coyle able to swing it across on the opposite end. and makes it back to a 6-point game, 9-3. An advantage of the Chargers. But the Eagles, again, trying to float back into this one rather quickly. And an ace! As Corey Borsma able to sail it over in time. Actually, I beg your pardon, number 10, Adriana Alford able to sail it over in time. And so the Eagles rattling off 2 in a row. This one switched across. Gets this back, another big swing coming in from Meade. Not able to get it over on the set connection. And so the lead returns to 6, 10-4 here in the first. Into the net that goes. As Elise Meade could not find the angle. And make it a 5-point game, 10-5. And so the Eagles, again, trying to find at least a way to crack open the door to get some quick points on the board. But, again, West Noble, in case you're just joining us, starting on an 8-0 run after giving up the first Busco point. Collision up the middle, not going to matter. And back on the board for the Chargers. As again, we see number 7, Darcy Ritchie now ready to bring it over. 5'3" defensive specialist. Here's Archie. Sails this one up top. Connects back over to Coyle. And a pivot off the hands of Ava Libbering to get West Noble back on the board, 12-5 here in set number 1. So again, one of those matchups that West Noble will certainly need to win if they want to lock up what could be a potentially undefeated run in any CC play to try to go 10-0. A win tonight will put him at 9-0. Swing across, got it. And a commanding one from Izzy Beers. As we take a look at that again one more time, powered by our friends at Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. As Beers able to quickly find a way to connect in the back. Lob it over in the interim. And swing it down and in. Churubusco answering the call on the opposite side, however, to make it now a 13-6 game. An advantage of West Noble. Here's Jade Shelton now to bring it over. This one swung on and down and in. As Reagan Aish able to answer the call rather quickly to make it an 8-point affair early on here in the first. And again, postseason play certainly lingering in the eyes of the Chargers, lingering in our eyes. We'll tell you about our race to the postseason schedule coming up next week as a quick ace back on the board for Elise Meade. Make it a 9-point game, 15-6. An advantage of West Noble. Here's the swing across. This one connected down low, 2-on-1. Brought back over from Coyle. Now another chance, swung on and in. As Reagan Aish able to find a way to bust it down and in. And now a 10-point affair, 16-6. And the Chargers, again, certainly trying to find a way to pull forward. Really show what they're made of here tonight. Into the net that goes. Back on the board for West Noble. So another 4-0 run on the board for the Chargers as they lead it by 11. 17-6 here in the first. Here's another push. This one across, down low again they go. Connect back over to Limerick. Limerick again, still keeping it alive. High tip, swing on, and out of play. Ava Libbering could not get it to go. And West Noble now up by a baker's dozen, 18-6, late here in the first. Swing on again, back row. They find Marks. Marks again. Gets this back over to connect over with Ritchie. And another high tip. Dug on down low again from Wilson. High tip across. Have to battle at the net for it. Saved in time. Nearly a four-hit, but a great save on the board. Not going to matter as another commanding swing from Ava Marks. And it's 18-7 an advantage of West Noble. And so the Eagles again try to find some quick points on the board. Is this one going to be sailed out of play? As Shea Gaff bringing that one across, but could not get it to go. (19-7) our score. Again, the push continuing forward. Block tip at the net and got it. So Reaganish able to answer the call to make it a 13-point game. 20-7 here in the first. So we'll see number 2, Beverly Viciano, now coming in, one of 2 seniors for Coach Allison Mead and company. And an ace! That's ace number 5 by our calculations, and the Eagles will stop to take a timeout. 21-7 our score, as the Eagles have just struggled to find some answers against this very good West Noble team. And tonight's game on Summit City Sports is brought to you by the following, including the Big Eyed Fish. You can enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment only at the Big Eyed Fish. By Tom Steele Tire, 2 locations best to serve you off North Clinton and West Jefferson, servicing the Fort Wayne area for all your automotive and tire needs for over 40 years. By Ottweller Contracting, from bid to build, Ottweller Contracting provides peace of mind throughout the entire process. Visit OttwellerContracting.com. By Summit Volleyball, training and building the highest quality volleyball players from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together we can reach the summit. By Jolly Law Firm, the area's best criminal defense firm. Whether you're facing an OWI or any other criminal accusation, Jolly Law Firm is the best defense. The choice of the attorney should not be made solely upon advertisements. 21-7 our score, as West Noble has just found a great way to bust open the door here in this one, as they lead it by 14. Tip not going to be enough for Coyle, as this one lobs into the net, make it a 15-point game, 22-7. Viciano again. Sails this one. Dunk tip it in. Reagan Ish just saw it perfectly coming up to the middle side. Went for the jump tip and got it to go. Make it a 16-point game. Chance again upcoming. Lob this across over to Rossworm. Another block tip up front. This went down from Siegel and Ish, but not going to get high enough, and it's a game point opportunity already for the Chargers, leading it 24-7. As we see number 3, Addison Burns, again ready to bring it back. Burns sails this one across. Another swing tip. Sets it up and got it. Happy Siegel shuts it down, and that is how the first will come to an end. We'll take a look at again the Siegel swing one more time, thanks to our friends at Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. As Siegel is able to quickly find a way to knock it down up the middle and on the board. So we go to the second. West Noble in prime position. They lead it 25-7, winning set number 1. They lead the match 1-0. We'll be back with the second coming up in just a moment. This is Indiana High School Girls Volleyball on Summit City Sports.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Little while. Shot me a text saying,
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
we're back here at Churubusco, 25-7 our score and advantage of the West Noble Chargers as they get a big win on board. Joe Northern, delighted to have you with us. Speaking to a good friend of ours in one, Josh Ayen of Wayne 15, getting some highlights. Another proud rotating sponsor at the bottom of your screen, as you see from time to time. But nonetheless, though, it is a game that has been certainly dominated tonight by the Eagles, or by the Chargers, I should say, and rightfully so. So, again, Chargers just continuing to dominate up front, trying to pick apart the West Noble or the Churubusco defense here this evening. And again, once we get a chance, we will tell you about coming up our schedule for next week for volleyball. Again, some of it's still left to be determined, but we will have a push to the postseason, again, with teams that we will be featuring in one of the sectionals that we will be covering in 2 weeks' time. And hard to believe that we are getting close to 2 weeks' time from now for postseason play. We know West Noble will be in the Wawawasi sectional, as they will have Columbia City to try to get past, Fairfield, Tippy Valley, Wawawasi, of course, Fairfield, and Northwood. Again, a very good Northwood team that has made some runs of their own in previous postseason play. But West Noble just trying to shut the door and go on another deeper run of their own. Here's another swing across. This one lobbed back, block tip up front, still kept live for the Chargers. Another swing, big dig in the back from Coyle, but not high enough for Lindsay Nicodemus. 1-0 the advantage of West Noble, as again the Chargers just continuing to find a way to push forward, but get a quick side out on the board to go with. So again, 21-2, and they avenged one of their losses earlier this season against Northridge in tournament play. The only loss that they haven't avenged was also in tournament play in Warsaw, where they went the distance 2-1, but fell on the loss there. There's a swing across in time, give it in for number 5, and Elise Mead. And Addison Burns now ready to bring it over in a 2-1 affair. As again, the Chargers went on 2 prolonged runs, we should say, to get some points quickly on the board in set number 1 to try to shut it down, as they're going to call an end to the net violation against Nicodemus. So it'll stay with West Noble. 3-1 our score late here in set number 2. Well, early on here in set number 2. Into the net that goes, and a chance for Busco to tie it. Early on here in the second, 3-2 our score. Again, in case you're just joining us, West Noble absolutely dominating in the first set, 25-7. But trying to add a little bit more on the board. Gets the swing tip across. Gets it back over to Coyle. But into the net it goes. Going to swing out of play. Make it 4-2. As Kaylin Slow now ready to bring it across, number 1. Again, Churubusco going to be in the away red jerseys, white trim on the letters and numbers, with the letters and numbers being blue respectively. A little missed collision, and you could see Kaylin Slow was like, yep, that's my fault. But quickly answering back for the Eagles to make it 4-3. And another chance to try to even it up. Nicodemus into the net. So a quick sail into the net. Gets again back on the board for the Chargers. And a 5-3 affair late here, early on here in the second. A little pivot tip off the hands of Limerick. Now she sails it over to the back row. Chance again upcoming. Sets over to Libering. Now another high tip. This one got it to go. And a big push from the hands of Elise Mead to make it back-to-back points and a 6-3 affair. And so the Chargers again trying to stay on a roll. Low roller up the middle, connecting with Wilson. Now another tip across. Gets this one sailed over. Now another high swing. Got it to go. As Izzy Beers gets it across. And so the Chargers now on a quick 3-0 run. And trying to continue to add on to that 3-0 run, mind you. Sailed across. Into the net. So 8-3 the advantage. It has certainly been all West Noble all night long. Gets this one lobbed over. High tip. They're trying to play a little bit of pinball front row, but get it over in time. Now another swing, no doubt about it. Ava DeLong answering the call. And making it a 6-point advantage, 9-3. And 5 in a row for the Mustang, for the Chargers. Make it 7. Make it 6, rather, I should say. This point could be 7, however. Coming from the hands of number 9 and Elise Mead. Mead gets this one up and over. Chance again, tipped over from Coyle. Still continuing to try to keep it alive. Brought back with the hands of Sitz. And Busco trying to reset. One-hander for Ava Marks. That's going to sail out of play. And another side out going to go against the Eagles to make it 11-3. In advantage of West Noble. Chance again upcoming. This one block tipped in front. Gonna have to continue to fight off on this one. Now another swing. Gets this across. Connects back over to Coyle. Another block tip. Down and in. As Ella Limerick able to get it back on the board. And 8 in a row for West Noble to get this one going. Make it 12-3 in case you're just joining us. Swing across again from Boersma. They get this back row again to Boersma. Finds Coyle. Coyle block tip into the net, and that stops the run for the moment. But not before 8 points in a row for West Noble to make it a 12-4 advantage. Chance again for Coyle. Gets this one across, swung down and in. Coyle able to swing it down on the lower corner and to make it a 9-point game, 13-4. So certainly it's been one of those matches that has been continually dominated. By West Noble. Here's the swing across. Gets it over to Rossworm. Rossworm answering. Now another push. Finds Beers. Beers gets it down. She's got 7 kills tonight. Looking for 1 million beer kills. Push again for Ritchie. Now another push, finding Coyle. Swung on again, up front again from Meade. And sailed to the back row from Marks. Here's Shelton. Tip up from Aish. Aish able to get it. And forcing a few Eagles players to kind of run around for it to make it an 11-point game and a timeout called by Churubusco. And tonight's game on Summit City Sports is brought to you by the following, including Siaka Cleaning and Restoration. Quality work, responsive service, and a commitment to people. That's what they're all about. The leaders in janitorial, water damage, and restoration. Give them a call or visit online today. By the University of St. Francis and their online degree programs, some can be completed in as little as 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu today for more information. By TJW Industrial, the leaders in design, build, mechanical, and refrigeration. Visit them online at tjwindustrial.com. For the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with the district councils and affiliated local unions that help build Indiana, we are LiUNA. You can earn your edge this season thanks to Parkview Sports Medicine's Edge Training Program that maximizes your athleticism. Visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com/edge. And brought to you by the fine folks here at Summit City Sports. Be sure to visit us online at SummitCitySports.com. Like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on X at 260sports. Sailed across, 11-point game. This time brought back from Gaff. Or Rossler, beg your pardon. For this one, sailed down again for Beers. To make it now 16-4. An advantage of West Noble. This one sailed across again for Ritchie. Pivoted down low over to Rossworm. Rossworm and gets Beers again sailing to the back corner. It's the 5'9" outside hitter junior able to find the corner once again for West Noble and to make it a 13-point game. 17-4 here in the second. But into the net that goes. That'll stop the run for the moment. But a 5-0 run and advantage for the Chargers as they lead it 17-5. Here in the second, they won the first 25-7. They try to go for a push again. Little net bouncer from Ish. And lobbed across from Marks. Now another swing up front. This time back to Meade, scores. As Meade gets it at the top to make it a 13-point game. This one lobbed back opposite side. Connecting over to Rossworm. Rossworm again. Sails it over. Finding Beers. Beers again. Having to force Coyle all the way out of play to the stands. And another swing across, this one down low. Great dig again up front from Coyle. They go back to Gaff. Beers again. Gets it up. Beers tries to go back to back. Couldn't get it. This one sailed off the tip. And a great push coming in from Ava Marks. And so the Eagles now cut it to 12, 18-6 here in set number 2. Chance again upcoming, and an ace. Ava Marks getting an ace on the board, and the Eagles cut it to 11, now on a 3-1 run here in set number 2. Marks again, sails back over to Beers. Gets this one across, gets down over to Ish. Ish again, gets this lobbed over, connecting back again to Ish. Beers gets it to the back. Beers able to force the deflection and in. So Izzy Beers has done a great job of really trying to command the front line as much as possible, but also getting those outside angles over and over again for the Chargers. Certainly making a case for your Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game, which we'll have at the conclusion of this game. This one, big swing, tip it in. Now over to Nicodemus. Saved again. This one brought over in time from Limerick. Limerick is going to go for the one-hander now over to Alford. They go for the light tip. They were looking for the 10 call. They didn't get it. They say play on. Dig from Piers. Swing on from Siegel. Still trying to keep it alive. They go back to Piers. Little close net chance. It is into the net and on the board for Busco. As the left shoulder got a little bit into it. And so giving the Eagles another chance as they trailed by 11 here in the second. Yeesh. It's a down to Coyle. Getting lobbed over opposite direction. Swung on. Saved in the meantime from Coyle. Now another swing tip. This one brought across. Block tip. Still trying to keep it alive up front. Saved over again to Coyle. Eventually it goes to West Noble, but it's like, again, you kind of see the ball go up and down, over one side, back to another, back and forth we go. But nonetheless, it does go in the advantage of the Chargers as they lead it by 12. Sailed across again, now to Coyle. Nearly a double call for Siegel. Now another tip. They go back row, finding Alford. Alford again, sails it over. Another swing across, high tip, can't get it. So the net not too kind for the Chargers on that one to make it now an 11-point affair, 20-9 here in the second. But Busco certainly trying to find a way to open the door just a little bit more here on what has been a perfect night weather-wise in Turtletown. Into the net that goes, back up by a baker's dozen. Kalen Slow now ready to bring it back over. 12-point game here in the second. Swing across. And out of play. As Kelsey Coyle could not get it to go. And the lead back to 13, 22-9. The Chargers won the first one by 18, so they won't win by as many in this one, but certainly will look to try to shut the door in quick succession fashion. As they lead it by 14, just need 2. Rally continuing from Sloan. Back row they go again. For Wilson. That one sailed over the other way. And just like that, it is a game point opportunity. Let's try to go up 2 games to none. 24-9. And all in the hands of Kalen Sloan here. This one tipped over. Lobs this one across. Swung on. Commanding swing from Coyle. Now another push. Gets this one high tipped. Saved by Boersma. They connect back over to Wilson. Back row save they go. Sloan gets this one high. Tipped down and got it. And that is how the second will come to a close. So West Noble continuing the run as they go to the third. Winning at 25-7, 25-9. It'll be back at the third coming up in just a moment.
Thanks for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
2-0 as West Noble takes care of business so far, winning at 25-7 and 25-9 over Churubusco. Welcome back to the broadcast booth. Joe Northern, delighted to have you with us. Don't forget, Friday night's a great night for football here on Summit City Sports as we go 5 ways on the network for you, including an all-important NE8 matchup, potentially a trap game for East Noble as they take on Columbia City. I'll be out there at that one for you. Just before 7 p.m., other games we'll have for you. It'll be Bishop Luers taking on Bishop Dwenger. The Totem Pole game, which has some more recent intrigue this season, as Northside takes on Southside. Jalen Irvin and company. Tim Mackinson will be out there for you on that one. Northrop taking on Snyder, and Concordia taking on Wayne. So those will be your 5 games we have for you coming up on, well, tomorrow night. I would say coming up on Friday night. It's been one of those weeks where it's just felt like everything has flown by rather quickly, no doubt about it. And not to mention, coming up on Saturday, we'll also have exclusive coverage of the Catholic Youth League Championship for football over at Bishop Dwenger. Some of the best and brightest talent up and coming in the 260, as we'll have that one for you coming up on Saturday. That'll be a 2:30 p.m. start time right here on Summit City Sports. Meanwhile, Churubusco trying to right the ship a little bit and force a fourth if they can against a West Noble team that is looking to go up to 22-2 on the season, 9-0 in NECC play. I should say. But won't officially clinch it tonight, as they are a half game up currently on Angola. But even at that, they would have the tiebreaker. But again, you want to wait until things are official, as they say. As the Hornets won't be back in action until they take on Eastside coming up on Tuesday. So we may know as early as Tuesday if West Noble will outright win the NECC. As the Chargers have a game against Prairie Heights coming up next Thursday night. A little missed pivot off the hands of Rossworm to make it 3-0 in advantage of West Noble. And we'll see some substitutions coming in as number 4, Abby Siegel's going to take a seat. Kaylin Sloan entering in for Coach Allison Mead and company. And a really good team that, again, only just has 2 seniors in Beverly DeCiano and Abby Siegel. The rest of them, sophomores and juniors. So this could be a Charger team that could be certainly poised to make some noise as Ava DeLong gets the swing up and in. Make it 4-0 in advantage of West Noble. So we'll look to see if she can continue the rally up front. As that was swung over by Burns. Dug up by Beers. Mead gets this inside. Elise Mead able to find the open gap and make it 5-0 advantage of West Noble. And the run certainly continuing for the Chargers here in this one tonight. Here's Burns, gets this one swung down from Mead. Mead again going back-to-back. And it's off to a 6-0 start for the Chargers. And again, trying to run the table here, run out to another sweep here in this one. This one swung across. Gets it down to Burns. Back row again they go. Finding Wilson. Settling back into Charger territory. Block tip, but out of play. Nicodemus could not get it to go. And the lead extended back to 7-0. 7-0 our score, and certainly has been a clinic here tonight for the Chargers. Here's another push across. This one tipped down. Gets it over to Wilson. Wilson again. Sails it out of play. 8-0. As West Noble certainly just opening the door here and continuing the run. And it's been all from the hands of Addison Burns as it stands right now. But brought down an end in the interim to make it 9-0. When you take a look at non-tournament games, because we see a lot of those that West Noble did win or lose at a 2-1 advantage, but in full 5-game matches, only 3 of them have gone to an extra set in the wins. And that was against Northwood, Lakeland, and Northridge. So still a very, very good West Noble team that's continued to find a way to dominate the board. Lift call going to go against the Eagles, and it's 10-0. An advantage of the Chargers, given in from Logonier. Back row they go for Marks. Another side out of play. Make it 11. And so it's exactly what you see right now. An 11-0 run here in the third. This one swung across. Finds Nicodemus. Sails out of play. Make it 12-0. And the Eagles will stop to take a timeout. Well, next week, our volleyball coverage as our push to the playoffs continues here on Summit City Sports. We'll have at least 3 confirmed games on the board for you, as we'll get another glimpse of currently the top team in Class 4A, the Carroll Chargers, as they take on Leo. That'll be coming up on Monday night over at Leo Lions Stadium. Then Tuesday night, what could be an SAC decider, what could be a Sectional 21 decider, as Bishop Dwenger takes on Concordia. That'll be a great one over at the Cage, and a preview of what we could see the following week at the Cage as well. And then Thursday night, we'll again to see Bishop Dwenger and what could be potentially a preview of a sectional or a regional should Dwenger advance and win that sectional, as the Heritage Patriots come to town to take on the Lady Saints. Should be a fun one coming up on next Thursday night, so 1 week from tonight. As that'll wrap up the regular season schedule for us on Summit City Sports. And of course, keep in mind postseason play beginning on the 14th. You'll be able to find that exclusively on IHSAATV.org. Reach tip on the board, make it 13-0 advantage of West Noble. And the run certainly continuing for Addison Burns, who's rattled off 13 in a row. So make it 13 in a row for the Chargers. This one swung up opposite side, gets it back over to Marks, but sailed low inside the net. Make it 14-0. Now you have to think of the intrigue. Is Addison Burns going to go the distance potentially? She's rattled off 14 in a row. Gets the dig down, and it won't go there. Viciano could not get it to go, and that stops the run, but not before 14 consecutive serves from the hands of Addison Burns. And if that was a rhyme, maybe I just have too much time. Here's Sloan now to get this one over. Lobbed across over to Alford. Alford, high tip. Gets this one lobbed back over to DeLong. DeLong trying to push it up top. Borsma. Borsma, nice dig into the back and a nice dig up front for Viciano. Now another chance again for West Noble. 14-1 our score. Another's high tip. This one going to be bobbled up by Marks. Dug in the back by Wilson. Now another chance up front. Finding Coyle. Coyle trying to get it to go. Lobbed over. Saved by Viciano. Now another chance. This one swung up and got it. As Kelsey Coyle able to shut it down. And the Eagles strike again once more in a 12-point game. And what was a rather entertaining serve, we should say. Here's the other push-up coming. This one swung up to the back row, finds Sloan, gets it back into the net. And all of a sudden, the Eagles rattling off 3 in a row as they trail by 11, but certainly trying to keep the door open. Corey Borsma gets this across, tipped again up front. Maddie Sitz answers it. And again, a 12-point affair, 15-3. And it's been nothing but a dominant West Noble effort here this evening. Chance again upcoming for Sloan. This one swung on, tip from Sitz, and got it. Maddie Sitz getting back-to-back swings and back-to-back scores on the attack to make it a 13-point game. 16-3 our score. Low push up the middle. Gets this over to Coyle. Sails out of play. Coyle couldn't get it to go, and it's 17-3 in advantage of the Chargers. So they're just trying to shut this one down if they can. And again, of matches that have only gone longer than 3 sets, when you look at full game play, only 3 have gone past 3-0 sweeps. And those are wins against Northridge, Lakeland, and Angola. Actually, I beg your pardon, not Angola, Eastside. (18-4) our score, and again, just what can you say that hasn't been said here already tonight? It's the Eagle. It's going to be a pause to make sure they get the substitution right, and they do. So a quick substitution coming back on the board for West Noble as they continue to try to find a way forward. This one sailed, a whistle, and a rotation error actually going to go against Busco. So the rare rotation error going to go on the opposite side to make it a 15-point affair late here in set number 3. Gets it over to Sitz. Sitz sails it. Lobbed across, now over to Coyle. Coyle again. Pivots this one down and in for Izzy Beers. As Beers sails it across. And it's 20-4. An advantage of the Chargers. Again, they try to set it up once more. They sail this one up top and an ace. As Sitz is going to get the whistle for the ace. And it's a 17-point game, 21-4. And the Chargers, barring anything drastic happening, going to go to 22-2 this season. Well, the Eagles will fall to 7-17. Swing goes wide, so they get another crack at it. Make it 21-5 here in the third. And substitutions going to be coming in. So we'll see Ava Marks ready to serve it over. Also see number 18, Molly McDowell, entering for the Eagles. 16-point affair and advantage of the Chargers. Commanding swing again to DeLong. As DeLong quickly answers the call. And a 17-point game and advantage of West Noble. And they're getting awfully closer to saying, that's it, we're out of here. Swung on from Ritchie. Ritchie again gets this one lobbed over and pivoted off the hands of Ritchie. A nice commanding swing coming in from Coyle on the opposite side to make it a 16-point affair, 22-6. Late here in the third. Another chance upcoming for Coyle. This one pivoted across. Sailed back at the top, finding Rossworm. Here's the launch again, up and in. As Kaylin Sloan able to find the angle to make it a 17-point game, 23-6. And the Chargers 2 away from saying goodnight. Aish gets this one over. Connects back over to Rossworm. Small dig up the middle. Beers sails this across. A net call going to go against Busco. And it's match point now for the Chargers. As they have certainly blown the door open here in this one, which again has been to be expected from this West Noble team. But from what we've seen this season, they've been one of the more commanding teams in the NECC. And are one game away from clinching the league, but also setting up for prime positioning in postseason play. This one swung out. That's how it ends. So West Noble wins it in a commanding sweep in a 55-minute effort here in this one tonight. Your final in 3. 25-7, 25-9, 25-6. Our Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game goes to Izzy Beers, who was all over the floor, commanding some of the big swings up front to shut it down for the Chargers as they get the win. Don't forget, football coming up tomorrow night here on Summit City Sports. We go 5 ways across the board. Soccer on the air right now for you. Tim Atkinson standing by at Bishop Dwenger as Homestead takes on Bishop Dwenger for girls soccer. For all of us here at Summit City Sports, Joe Northern saying so long from the Eagles' Nest, where West Noble wins it in straight and commanding fashion. So long.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation